Tonight, we're learning more about how Caitlin Armstrong was brought into custody following a 43-day-long search as the prime suspect in the murder of Anna Mariah Wilson, a world-class cyclist.
No matter where crime is committed, no matter where you flee, you're not beyond the reach of the law.
The state, federal, and international nexus began with a warrant for Armstrong's arrest on May 17th in Austin. A flight fleeing the country using someone else's real passport from Newark, New Jersey on May 18th per U.S. Marshals. And then a capture when Costa Rican authorities nabbed the 34-year-old on June 29th at a hostel in Santa Teresa Beach.
We concentrated where she took a bus from the San Jose airport in Costa Rica to hours away. They knew the route of that bus, and so that's where they started boots on the ground, and I'm telling you, it was old-fashioned police work.
The gumshoe approach, uncovering Armstrong using at least 3 different aliases. She altered her appearance, at the very least, by dyeing and cutting her once curly blonde hair. Marshals say Armstrong also sported a bandage on her nose and bruising when found. Do you have any reason to believe that she had plastic surgery to try to alter her appearance?
She had a bandage on her nose with a little bit of discoloration under her eyes. You know, her statement was that it came from a surfboard incident, and I think it's just, we'll leave it at that.
Officials adding Armstrong left behind a receipt and 2 passports in a safe. What did the receipt show?
The receipt showed some type of surgery, plastic surgery.
To her nose?
I don't know if it was specifically to the nose area. I just know it was in a value, I believe, above $6,000.
The suspect now faces a first-degree murder charge with the wealth of circumstantial evidence linking her to the crime. A police affidavit describes her 2012 Jeep spotted on surveillance video next to the house where Wilson was found, shot, and murdered. Her boyfriend, Colin Strickland's acknowledgement to police that he recently purchased Armstrong a gun. And an anonymous caller telling detectives when Armstrong discovered Wilson had a romantic relationship with Strickland, she, quote, became furious and was shaking in anger. She told detectives in that same conversation Armstrong wanted to kill Wilson. The suspect's attorneys have declined comments, asking for privacy.
The judge will instruct a jury about consciousness of guilt, and those pieces of evidence serve as consciousness of her guilt, and it can be used against her.
Now, the months-old march to find the person accused of robbing a young woman of a promising life.
I don't think anyone would have anything bad to say about her.
Officially goes to court.
All right, Sam Brock joins us now live from Austin tonight. Sam, it sounds like Armstrong was all over the map. How did they even trace her to the airport in the first place?
This was a labyrinth, Tom, trying to find Caitlin Armstrong. U.S. Marshals were interviewing someone who ended up becoming a confidential source. That person tipped them off to the fact that she was dropped off at Newark. But how are they going to find her? Because remember, Caitlin Armstrong was using a real passport that belonged to somebody else. So what they did is called a wild card search, inputting associates of Armstrong into a giant database, and somehow one of them popped up, although, of course, it was actually Armstrong, so they have this name. But now what do? Investigators also discovering that there are thousands, literally, of blonde young women going to Costa Rica to become yoga instructors. However, Tom, the Costa Rican officials tracked the bus that she was taking to Jaco, then went from there to Santa Teresa, and that's where they went knocking on doors and ultimately found Caitlin Armstrong.